For Thor Ragnarok, Taika Waititi wanted to have as much of the visual effects as possible to be done using practical effects. And just to use my guys to do all the other bits, like blend shots together, add orange and teal filters, remove Stan Lee.
Try not to use too much CGI, that's the memo. That's what he sent. Replace alleyway with a nice green field on top of the cliff background. Because it looks way cooler. It's not even written properly. Put Chris Hemsworth's shirt back on. Apply Kate Blanchett's costume and pop on some antlers. Unblur the Hulk and apply orange and teal filters. Remove Stan Lee. That was the memo. So.
No, she didn't really break his hammer. That was just a cardboard box with the tube sticking out of it, so she could squash it a bit. We tried to use as many props as possible because of the no CGI policy, but just for some things, like for example, trying to use real antlers, that's just a bad idea. They were really cumbersome, they snagged on everything, In the end, I managed to convince Taika to use CGI instead. And if it allows actors to feel more comfortable, then even better. That's how you get the best results, when actors feel comfortable.
All the shots of Chris Hemsworth were filmed without him wearing a top.
Chris just doesn't like wearing a top. He finds the labels itching. So, and I respect that. To get the Hulk look, using mainly practical effects, we used all sorts of tricks, like painting Mark Ruffalo green, and I'd say things like, "Hey Mark, you big green weirdo," but to make him angry, having people carrying him on their shoulders, for the height, giving him big green hands.
Nightmare and pointless.
He also used forced perspective, like in Lord of the Rings, where where you have the actors stand closer to the camera and the other one's further away, to make him look bigger. He looks bigger, doesn't he? It's just we weren't quite sure how exactly they did it in Lord of the Rings, because for some reason all of the shots of the Hulk, it just seemed to be out of focus all the time. So I just got my CGI guys to refocus him digitally afterwards. So. Wasn't a problem.
Yeah, we had to digitally refocus 230 shots of the Hulk, some of which weren't even used in the final cut, but it wasn't really much of a big deal because in the end we just made a CGI one instead.
And it looks amazing. So. Thank you for watching. Please let us